Hi, I'm Kim. Welcome to my kitchen. It is the beginning of spring in the South. Everything is dusted and pollen, and worst of all, the insects have returned. Now, you would think that I meant mosquitoes, but no. For me, it's the bees, the wasps, and the ants. Mosquitoes don't really bother me, but bees and ants, they stop me. It's very odd and one of my worst complaints about outside. But it is time for picnics and fun things. And so, because of that, potato salad has come to mind. What I have here is essentially 3 pounds of potatoes. These happen to be Yukon Gold that I have diced and cooked until fork tender. For the vegetable part, I have 2 ribs of celery. I have 1 large onion. I have a fourth of a cup of slivered radishes. If you do not like radishes, and I know this probably sounds odd, but they give it a nice crunch and they give it that nice peppery taste. So I have the onions, the celery, and the radishes. And then I also have 2 hard-boiled eggs that I have chopped finely. I don't like the yellow, so I leave that out. So that is the base of that. To that, I've added 1 cup of mayonnaise with 1 tablespoon of whole grain mustard and 3 tablespoons of relish. You can use sweet or dill, whichever you prefer. If for some reason you do not like mayonnaise, this is just a handy tip, is that you can substitute buttermilk. I have had to do that in the past because I knew someone that had a horrible phobia of mayonnaise. So I substitute buttermilk. And then for our seasoning, I've added 2.5 teaspoons of salt, a teaspoon of black pepper, and about a teaspoon of paprika. I also like to dust the top with paprika. It's really simple. You just stir it together. And I know that might not sound like a lot of dressing, but I don't want it to be soupy. I really don't. I don't want my super wet potato salad. Just like I only want my potatoes to be fork tender because I don't want mashed potatoes. So this is not something that goes in the oven. This is something that you just simply toss to combine, as the fancy chefs would say. And then once you get it all combined, and you can see the little, well, hopefully you can see the pretty little bits of radishes in there. Once you mix it all together, then you just simply dust it with paprika and pop it in the fridge. Well, today I don't get to say, wait for my reveal and let your mouth water. But due to a very large truck going by and being very disruptive, it messed up the end of my video just a little bit. But since I cannot start over, this is the end of potato salad. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you'll be back to watch me make more things in the future. Thank you.